Does look really good, Matt, but dude, with this thing is about to go on the market.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the original Goon Squad garage, and today we're gonna continue working on our 2020 Audi R8 Decennium. And as you guys see in the previous video, we ended up unwrapping some of that matte protective film right there because we didn't like how we installed it. There was a few problem areas here and there. We unwrapped it along with some of that paint, which leads us to basically have to repaint that hood and that quarter panel because that paint just like stuck to that matte finish and it just peeled off, which is not a big deal because we could easily take care of that. But also we're still trying to think if we should reinstall that matte finish on it or should we just unwrap the rest of the matte finish. We'll decide, I guess, once we get to that stage. We still got a lot of work on our hands.
Still got a lot of work, the interior, the exterior, and also we got to let this paint dry for like 90 days. So within those days, we'll probably figure it out.
We'll have plenty of time to think about it. But also, we finally got all of our parts in at the dealership. So that's probably what we're going to start with, is running up there and going ahead and just bringing all that stuff back home to see what we're working with. I think there's a few pieces that we got to paint along with these panels right here. So yeah, that's one of the main goals right now, is to actually, or today, is to actually paint that panel right there and that quarter panel and basically finish up the rest of our paint work.
Yeah, we want to be 100% done with the paint work. I believe we still got a little bit of pieces on that rear bumper over there that we got to touch up. We may have to fix that before we go, you know what I mean?
So I say we just go ahead, run up to the dealership and just pick up what they got. That way we can move on to stuff like this, carbon fiber, stuff like that, the whole entire interior, or that's not the whole entire interior.
That's going to help
allow us to piece together that whole entire interior from Safety Restore, the seat belts and the SRS module. Some exciting stuff. This car is basically going to be finished up in the next couple videos. All we got to do is knock out this paint work, get it 100%, and then everything else is just assembly,
Should be easy, dude.
I can't wait. So I say we go ahead, hop into the F-150, or the Raptor, I mean, and just run up to the dealership and see what they got. Alrighty guys, so we are almost ready for the paint booth after making it back from the dealership with all of our parts. We ended up picking up this fender right here that needed some paint and then a bunch of other stuff, but we went ahead and sanded that stuff as well, along with this door jamb and also this little tow hook cover right there. And as far as these panels go right here, we basically wet sanded everything, and we did end up actually throwing a little bit more primer because we are having some sort of weird reaction with the freshness of this paint and the primer. So after just like tackling and fighting against it, we finally were able to basically use the heat gun to warm it up so fast that it basically didn't wrinkle anymore. So that's the issue. It was wrinkling in a few sections, basically.
Because the paint is just so fresh, and then when primer is drying on top of it, it just kind of weird. But you know what? I think we fixed everything. I mean, it took a little bit longer, as you can tell, more primer on that area, but I think we got it, dude.
I think we're ready to go. Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen when we throw down paint, but I think we'll know a method of how to take care of that. So if the paint starts wrinkling, we'll basically sand it and just throw really light coats, kind of like we've been doing with the primer here. But I think we're ready to go to the paint booth. All we got to do is load up these two panels and a few little things here and there. And of course, all of our paint supplies. Do we got enough paint?
I think we got enough paint. We just got to make sure we got enough clear coat. And I think we should be good, dude.
So I say we go ahead, not waste any time because the sun's already going down. We got about 3 hours left of daylights, but that's plenty of time right there. We're going to go ahead and run to the paint booth that's available, of course, and hopefully get down some paint and some clear coat. guys, so it's actually the next day here, and we went ahead and brought all the parts back from the paint booth. And I gotta say, that was an absolute flawless paint job. Although we did have a few little issues pop up. The wrinkles started to appear once again in just a few sections. So I believe on one of these edges of this hood right here, and also one of the corners on the quarter panel, but we were able to sand it down and just miss some light coats of that paint. And I gotta say, it turned out absolutely amazing. 2 coats of clear, a bunch of coats of paint, just to make sure the metallics go down nice and smooth. And here we are back at the house with this stuff basically curing, and we're gonna probably just let it bake in the sun for what, like a couple hours, or what do you think?
Dude, a couple hours for sure. I mean, right now it's super fresh. I mean, we just got it out of the paint booth. It's still kind of soft. You can even smell the paint, and they're already getting dirty, so we got to be careful no bird droppings fall in this fresh paint, dude.
We're gonna be on bird watch. I'm telling you, that'll create the ultimate reaction, man. Bird caca on this paint right here, this fresh paint.
It actually eats clear coat. So
it does.
If you don't know fresh paint, it'll actually eat the clear coat. So we're gonna put this on stands, and in the meantime, we're gonna jump on that front bumper, dude.
All the parts are finally in. That way we could assemble that front bumper. We were just lacking 2 little skeleton pieces behind that bumper. So all that stuff is in, and that front end is just gonna look absolutely amazing. So we're gonna put in all the grills and everything, and then we could possibly, should we crack open the aftermarket part today too?
Dude,
we did mention it in the beginning, so we will, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely will. That way we can put together that bumper 100% and throw it back on the car,
Can you see some of these flakes, some of these metallics,
Yeah,
dude?
it's just kind of dirty a little bit, but dude, those metallics.
You know, I'm just trying to sell these folks the fact that we might actually just go high gloss in all these metallics, because I don't want you guys being like, oh, you guys should have did the matte, which, you know what, like we mentioned, a couple thousand.
It could still happen.
It could still happen by the professional if we find one. But anyways, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and probably just set all these parts aside, hop inside over there, start assembling that front bumper, and just go from there.
That definitely sharpened that front end, dude.
Oh my goodness. So we completely assembled that front bumper along with that 1016 Industries carbon fiber lip. I gotta say, it makes it look mean, dude.
Super sick. It has like a double step down right here with like an air vent holes right there, dude. That just looks super sick. Definitely cleaned it up and definitely gave it the perfect amount of carbon for the front end of this car, because the only carbon on this car was basically the side panels, you know, the vents, the mirrors, and nothing up front. So now we have some carbon up front. Looks super sick, dude.
I absolutely love that right there, and it actually looks pretty good with the high gloss, although it's a little bit filthy, which we might have to wash this thing here in a little bit.
We'll probably spray it down. We'll probably even throw on the hood over here, and then probably just reassemble like as much as we can in the front area, because that's it, man. This front end is basically gonna get completed.
Yeah,
dude.
It's not coming apart ever again right there. So we could probably throw on that fender, the hood right there, and maybe the quarter panel, or do you want to let that bake right there for a little bit?
It just depends. I'll probably let it bake for right now, because whenever you put the quarter panel on, you're really hands-on, so we don't want to put any fingerprints. But we'll figure that out after we reassemble this whole entire front end, and possibly just spray it down with the pressure washer. That way we can see that. I mean, the beautiful front bumper on this thing is just insane.
Look at this angle right here, dude. Of course, we're not gonna have black wheels. We're gonna have some gunmetal, or not gunmetal, bronze wheels.
Yeah, bronze wheels,
which will still look good with high gloss.
Oh yeah, for sure. Any wheels on this car look good. A lot of people like those wheels right there, but no, those are just spare wheels that we're just those up close. They are just done, man. They have so much like scratches, and they're just messed up. So those are just spare wheels for whenever we get a Lambo or Audi, would throw them on there.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly right there. But this car is looking super sweet. We're about to continue, but we got something going on over here. Pops, what you got going on over here? What's he got going on over there?
Pops over there changing some O2 sensors, actually doing a full entire maintenance on the Gladiator over here, because we're planning on selling this thing. So this thing is about to go on the market. I mean, beautiful Jeep. Got like, what, 11,000 miles. Supercharger, Pro Charger kit on here. Got a whole entire coilover system, dude. All this stuff, dude. All this stuff is just epic. This is what you need on a Gladiator right here. Supercharger to go a little faster, and then the suspension and the wheels and tires
to go off-road.
To go off-roading, dude. This thing is just overall. Do you remember the interior that we did on this
Interior
thing?
is special. But
Dude.
before we get to that, I do want to mention we did say we were selling this a while back, but we actually didn't have the paperwork. Now it is official. We got the title, and it's a rebuilt title.
Yeah, we got the title, everything in, and this thing is about to hit the market.
For how much?
I mean, I think we should start off by $70,000. I think that's a pretty fair price. Whenever you're looking for just a regular Gladiator with like 20, 30,000 miles, like on eBay, they're selling for like 60 grand, which that is a good bit of money for a truck. For a stock, yeah, Jeep. But this thing right here got a couple like $20,000, $30,000 in upgrades right
Definitely.
here.
I mean, the supercharger's around 6,500. The lift kit's around 10 grand. Plus, we'll throw in the roof rack or the bed rack.
Yeah, bed rack with the whole entire camping setup, which that was a couple $1,000s right there. I mean, this thing is ultimate adventure off-road Jeep right here, dude. This thing is a beast, dude.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna go here soon because we're just gonna put it up on the market. And Pops, what's happening? What are you changing?
I changed this on
O2 sensor?
O2 sensor. You know, I think, you know, so long time stand in the yard and make it dark.
So it just stood around. The Jeep stood around for most of its life, and the O2 sensors actually went bad, cut a check engine light on, so.
It's not a big deal, you know, it's very soon.
It don't
I have
matter.
a new one.
Yeah, it don't matter. Look at what's right
Dude,
there.
look
What
at
he's
the suspension,
sweet
dude.
suspension right there.
Yeah.
Got the
King bump stops, got the whole entire like upgraded like steering rods and everything. I mean, the long arm, basically got a long arm kit on here. I mean,
the fenders, the wheels, the tires.
the
Oh my
bumpers.
goodness, dude.
I mean, everything, dude. This was the ultimate. This was such a fun project right here.
Just we don't use it, honestly.
Yeah, we don't use it as much. We use our older Jeeps. This thing is a pavement princess if you want it to as well. Look at the interior, man. Got the red interior. Got the steering wheel. Can't forget
Easy
that.
auto,
That
dude.
thing is a beast.
It's a manual too, so don't forget that. Don't
It's
come
a
ask me
manual,
questions.
yeah, for sure, dude.
But that's pretty much it for that. We just wanted to put that out there. We're definitely going to clean it up, make it look spotless before we let it go. But right now, what do you say?
Dude, right now I say we go ahead and throw on the hood on this thing and see how much we can put this front end together.
This is exactly what we didn't want right there. How did that even happen? We was only out here for a couple minutes, dude.
They're just flying around everywhere, dude.
Probably a eagle or something right there.
Yes, sir.
Eagle poop is all right on this thing.
all right. It actually makes it nicer, dude.
That's right. But anyways, we went ahead and popped on this hood right here, and I gotta say that looks super good. Popped on that little fender on this side over here as well. Of course, we need to line up a few things here and there, but we're gonna probably save that for some other time. But this right here is basically gonna give you guys a good example of what the high gloss would look like. And I gotta say, it looks super sharp. Definitely a little bit more like, I guess, vivid, more vivid than the matte finish. Because with the matte, it's a little bit dull and you don't see like all the body lines, all the contoured edges and whatnot.
That's what I was
You know
about
what I
to
mean?
say. It does look really good matte, but dude, with this gloss, it just looks sharp, dude. It just looks like,
It
dude.
just wants to slice through air, dude.
Yeah, dude, it just looks like it can go faster, man.
That's what I'm saying. It probably will be able to go faster too. So I think this might just be the way that we're gonna go. But also that lip just made this front end look so much better as well. So huge shout out once again to 1016 Industries. I couldn't think of a better looking lip right there, dude.
That's
sweet,
right, dude.
But I guess that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. And the next one, what are we gonna do? The rear end, the side end, the interior?
Whatever,
We're
dude.
almost done with this thing,
Yeah,
dude.
we're getting there, dude. All we have to do is just continue reassembling whatever we can. That way we can get this thing just gone, dude, on the road.
That is right, but that's going to be pretty much it. And I think we're going to catch you guys in the next one. So make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.